I read a really interesting book called Nurture Shock that had a chapter, I think it was titled Why White Parents Don't Talk to Their Kids About Race, and learned through the evidence and the data they had that you cannot just sweep things under the rug and never talk about it, because we as humans, and we have learned this, we innately and instinctually separate into groups that seem similar. They tested kindergartners and put them in blue shirts and red shirts, and by the end of 2 weeks they were playing in the different groups. And as a civilized society, that's unacceptable, as it should be. And I feel like talking about things like, isn't it great that we have an African-American president? Or like when our friends come over, like, oh, that's Daddy's friend Joy came over. Isn't her skin beautiful? And it's a darker color than ours, right? Mine's lighter and Joy's is a little darker. Do you see the difference? But then you're doing it in the context of love, but you're pointing out the differences so that they will be able to acknowledge differences and not create a separation in their brain.
I don't know, my goddaughter's my daughter's godfather's black. We never talked to her. I mean, it's just something that I think has never been like a topic of conversation in our house. I don't know if it ever will be. I get that point. I don't know if that's, maybe I'm completely naive and don't need to find a reason to have my daughter be like, do you see the difference in your godfather and your father in that regard? But I get that point, so I don't know.
Empathy, just empathy. Yeah. Stepping in someone's shoes. You know.
I think empathy is the greatest thing ever, and I gotta tell you, I do feel really fortunate. I have a child that if you were to come into the house crying, she'd be like, it's okay, and like hug you. And so in that regard, I feel super blessed and happy, and that's all I could ever ask for.